Hello friends, hello families, hello followers. I am so glad you're here, students. Welcome to another wonderful art class with Miss Kramer. And I can't wait to teach you today how to make this adorable little hen for Easter. She's a mother hen protecting her little eggs here. Alternatively, if you don't want her to have eggs there, you can do a rainbow or some kind of wing. And we're gonna make it easily out of a paper plate. Look what a great detail. We're gonna learn all about textures, how to make these feather textures. You're gonna learn how to make a beak and tail, feathers. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's get started. Okay, step number 1. We're gonna get a paper plate. And I got a paper plate here and I already folded it, but we have a paper plate and all we're gonna do, can you see the line here? We're gonna fold it right in the middle, align the two edges like this, and then crease it really well. Crease, crease, crease. And you have the folded paper plate in half. Let's do it together. Okay. Second part, you're gonna take your scissors and what we're gonna do is we are going to cut a line that I'll show you with the pencil that goes something like from here to here. Okay, so you're gonna cut like a shape like a V lines, diagonal lines like this. Okay, there 1, 2, 3, so there's 3 parts now to it. Okay, so 1/3 is gonna go over and it's gonna be folded over like a beak. Sorry, not like a beak, like a wing. Okay, like a wing. Now when we turn the chicken over, now we have this part. We have the wing and we have the tail and we have where the face is gonna be. Okay, so we cut out that piece, we folded it over, nice and simple. Cut out the diagonal line 1/3 from the second half of the plate and fold it over, friends. That's gonna be our wing. Ta-da! Okay, next part. You're gonna decide which one is gonna be face. For me, the face will be here. I'm gonna take a little beak from here and I will glue it or tape it to here, to the chicken's beak. And you can tape it on the back or on the front if you like the color of the tape or you like it that way. Okay? Okay, so I am using red tape, or teacher can also staple it for you very carefully. Okay, I'm gonna use this red tape, it's very pretty. And I'm gonna glue my beak. Ta-da! Perfect. Don't worry if this is not cut out perfectly. We still have some things that we're gonna do. Okay, here I actually stapled it. So this is a version, if you can see it, that has a little staple. Now we are going to attach this. This is called the comb. C-O-M, the comb on the hand, the comb. Okay, so the way we're gonna get the comb is we first gonna cut our tail. So we're gonna cut a triangle out like this into the tail, and we're gonna use this part for the comb. So we can actually cut out a little piece from here too. This is a really nice comb. Can you see it looks like a comb? It's wavy. You see how wavy it is? So we can use this part or this part for the comb. Or what you can do is you can cut out some indentation and make this look like a comb too. The one that you already have there. But if you wanted to glue, again, a comb like this, you can shape your own for older grades. Shape your own comb by cutting out little pieces to it like this. And you can tape it, make the comb a little larger. You can tape it behind here. So it looks like a little bigger. Or you can tape it right here. I'm gonna tape it right here, so I'm gonna use my red tape again. And here is a version where I just stapled it. And then I drew my comb in with black marker. Okay. So here I am going to tape it. Like this. Perfect. Okay, so we have the comb and we have the beak. So we have parts of the chicken. Let's review how hands parts are. So we have the comb. Whoopsie. Died. We have the comb. We have the beak, eye, the wattles. We're gonna draw these on. And this one is main tail, a wing. These feathers here are called hackles, breast, thighs, toes, and claws are our main ones. So comb, the eye. There's some earlobes here. I don't know if you can see it. Wattles, hackles, breast, thighs, toes, claw, and hawk. Okay, was this hard or are you good so far? So we have our comb, we have our beak, we have our wing, we have our main tail, we have our breast. Okay, those are the main terms. Now, you can use pencil or you can use a crayon. I'm gonna use this graphite pencil. It's really dark. We're gonna make U shapes. Nice little U shapes. These are the hackles, the feathers here. So we're gonna make some U shapes here to make it nice and textury. You can go around making U shapes, or you can make lines too to make it look like feathery. We're gonna not forget the eye from our anatomy lessons. So we're going to create our beak. So I'm gonna outline the top of this and I'm gonna clip it down because some of the hens, their beak is pointing downwards. You see it here, kind of going down, pointing down. Okay, these are the wattles. So we can draw our own wattles here. You can draw your wattles. And then in the middle, pointing down to, we're gonna make that beak. Outline the beak nicely with a black crayon or a pencil. You can even draw over the tape if we use the tape in the class, so it blends in a little bit better. And outline also your comb and go right over the tape, like that, right over the tape. Then later you're gonna masquerade it, because we're gonna take a marker, or for younger grades, like kindergarten, we're gonna take a crayon, and we are going to blend in our beak and our wattle with our red tape. And some kindergartens, I probably already stapled it for them, so it doesn't matter. They don't have to blend it in. They can use any color. Actually, I have some examples here from kindergarten class. So we used the stapler that I helped them, and they created their cute little hands using crayons. And these are some examples that hopefully inspire you. You look at that. A student did a nice, very pretty tail there. This is another example with some eggs, even eggs. See, Elliot. And he put eggs under the wing and a blue eye and little yellow beak. Really cute. Okay, so I'm gonna get back. So I have, what do I have so far? I have the head done. Now I have to do the wing and our tail. We had 3 in this example, but we're going to go ahead and you can have 2. If you cut out just 1 triangle, that's fine. Or you can cut 2 triangles and you will get 3 little main tails. So the same way we are outlining the edges, we were outlining the edges of the beak. We're going to outline the edges just for contrast of the paper plate. We also going to outline the edges of the tail, and it's up to you how you decorate it here. You can do little lines for feathers like that, so you can do little lines, or you can do lines like this. That's another way, or any really way that you like to suggest that there are feathers there, that's fine. I thought a good idea for the wing was because we already have all these amazing indentation that look like a perfect feather shape, like this, like the U shape. I thought, let's outline it so we can see them better. You can just follow the outline of the paper plate indentations. Can you see how I'm doing? Just outlining that. And then you can go all the way up, creating that nice outline. I got a little sharper pencil so you can see better. So we're gonna outline it better here. And also, can you see this outline here? You can just follow that. That's gonna help you follow it and make a nice line. You can follow that. And here, I thought to make same oval size shapes, just like the U shape here, and follow that. Or you can make your own ideas. You can decorate it like almost like a Eastern egg. It can be a rainbow. It can be a rainbow colors. So any way you choose to decorate that. I chose to just do U shapes here too, and just make it look like the feathers. And I'll just do this for just a little contrast. Maybe I'll do a wavy line just to make it artsy. And then here you can just do lines, or you can outline the U shapes of the paper plate too. It's up to you. You can do textures all around the chicken this way, or outline it as well. Now when you're done with that, you're gonna flip your wing over. You see this line here? It's the paper plate line. you can outline it. It's gonna help you so you know where to put the eggs. So I'm gonna make it a little darker so you can see. I have outlined this, and you can make it, you can outline it even more and make it kind of design your own pattern on it. Make it decorative for Easter, so you can make a baby line, you can make a zigzag line, anything that you like to do to make it interesting. And here, that can represent her nest that she's protecting her eggs. So we're gonna put some eggs here. I'm gonna put a nice big egg right in the middle, and 2 more eggs hiding like this underneath her wing. And because it's Easter, we can decorate the eggs. So we can do the eggs polka dotted lines or wavy lines. So why don't we make a little polka dotted egg and little wavy line egg, and we can paint them anywhere way we like, and a zigzag egg. Okay, this looks really nice already. So now we're almost done. We can do little spots around the body or little lines. I'll do little straight lines now to make this chicken a little different. I'll put lines everywhere like this. And now I'm gonna choose how to color it. So I made one version and I used markers in this version. So as you can see, you can do rainbows. You can choose any colors for your special pen. Right now, because I already showed you versions with crayons also from my kindergarten class, I am going to show you a version with watercolor as well for the coloring. So these were all really cute kindergarten one examples. And so now we are going to just use some watercolors. And with watercolors, crayons really help too, because you have texture, so you can put your crayons first if you like, and then we can start using the watercolors. And these are dirty from the class, so that's gonna give me a chance to clean it. So boys and girls, do you see how the yellow has some green in it? That's because somebody put blue in the green. So now my chicken is gonna be green instead of yellow. That's okay. I don't mind my chicken being a little green this time, but next time I like the colors be left nice and clean when you finished with them. So now I'm cleaning up my brush, and I can see how dirty that palette is. We're gonna have to learn how to use watercolors correctly. So as you can see, it's a little green, but the more water I put on my brush and I clean my brush really well, and I go into the yellow, then my yellow is nice and bright and clean. So this part is much lighter than the greener part. Okay, so always remember to clean your palette. For example, this used to be white, so boys and girls, we're not gonna leave it dirty. Somebody was digging with the brush because it's full of hair, so we are not loading brush like this by digging and breaking the brush completely into it. No, because that gives the brush a bad haircut. Do you see that? And headache. We don't want to do that. See how the white looks really blue here? Kind of light blue. You gotta clean that palette. So the way to clean it, you are gently going in circles like this around the palette. And this one probably could use some tissue paper to wipe all the hair out. So you can take some tissue paper and clean it that way. If you wanted to use some white textures. See, I'm doing little lines over my yellow. And they still have a little blue tint in it, see? So we gotta keep our palette nice and clean. Okay, I'm gonna use the red. That one is a little better, but it's still darker. I'm gonna put more water and I'm gently swirling the brush in my watercolor set. That way I am not giving the brush a haircut. Look how nicely and soft it is and ready to pointed and ready to paint. So I might add some red underneath here for my special chicken here for my hen, like that. At the same time, I need to clean up my orange too, so I will use it just to clean up that watercolor paint set. So what I'm doing is I'm just adding more water and swirling very gently, and that's gonna give me the paint I need. By digging into the paint and breaking the brush, that's not gonna give you more. Just putting more water and swirling more will activate the tempera paints, and that's the way to paint. So I am going to outline and add some textures here and some lines with orange. I think that's pretty. And a little more orange under for her breast. This we learn is the breast part. And look, I'm not even adding more color. I'm just spreading the color I already had there. And it's nice and gentle, and it's gonna blend it really well. Okay, so I like that. See, if I have red and I want to make it softer, I can make it into pink and blend that. This paint also needs to be cleaned up. I'm going to use this turquoise. And again, we got to clean up and leave it nice and clean, and only use one color. We don't go now into white and try to make it blue instead. No, if we want white, we have to clean our brush before we go into white. Okay, so now I am gonna make the rest of the wing blue like this. I'm gonna blend it in, and I decided I'm gonna put yellow, but at first, before I put yellow, I've washed my brush really well, and now I can put yellow in there and blend it and wash my brush before I put more yellow. I can put more accents here, just so I have interesting blending. And I wanted to blend that like that. So I have some colors blended in. And I'm gonna put some of those textures because I have a lot of paint here. So I'm gonna put those textures for feathers and make little lines all over the wing so it looks nice. Okay. Maybe I'll finish painting this part of the chicken now. How about I didn't use purple, so I'll clean up this palette with the purple, and I'll add some purple to the tail like this. And again, if I want to go into yellow for blending, again, I'll wash it perfectly fine first, and I'm swirling, loading my brush, and then now that it's loaded, I can go and put yellow in between. It's gonna blend together with the purple, and it's gonna give me nice little textures too, very feathery. And I'll get into all these crevices like this. Okay. I'll decide what other color. Maybe I'll go back into this pretty turquoise color. This is how I'm loading my brush. Wash it really carefully, right? And now I'm gonna outline all those pencil lines, this pretty color here. And you can decorate yours any way you like. You can put any kind of textures, and I'm gonna bring that same color a little bit into the end of the main tail too, to create nice continuity. Okay. And again, if I wanted to go into lighter color like white for accent, I will first wash my brush really well, then add enough water and keep swirling instead of breaking the brush. Just If it doesn't show and you say, Miss Kramer, it doesn't work, this paint doesn't work, it's because you didn't have enough color and you didn't swirl for enough long time to activate it and to have the paint on your brush. So it takes a while, so be patient. So I'm gonna put some white accents now everywhere I like this, to make it feathery and pretty. I'll even come back here, add some more. I think that's gonna be pretty. I'm gonna get more white and I'll go to the orange part here. See how I'm adding on those pencil lines to bring them out. I'll even add some white here for my happy accents. I'll add some white on the beak, like this, a little highlight, and on the tape too. Okay? Any way you like to finish your colors. Then we're gonna open the wing and we're gonna decorate and paint our eggs. So you can choose the colors you like. I'm gonna go carefully around. I'll make a blue egg. I'm avoiding the little spots. I'm probably gonna go with yellow and then they're gonna spread into the blue and it's gonna be green. That should be pretty. So I'm washing my brush really well. Now I'm gonna go into yellow with a clean brush and I'm gonna add it here. You see how it's spreading already? So it's got some, I put a little bit too much water, so it's spreading too much, but that's okay. If that happens to you, that's fine too. And that's just because we had a lot of water, and that's fine. So wash your brush. We can go into another color. I'll choose red, and I'll do this part with red. Maybe I'll do a rainbow one. I'll do the next one with orange, like this. And put less water because it's gonna start spreading. See how it's spreading into the neighboring egg? So try to have a little bit less. I'm gonna put purple. Little less water is better because it's gonna spread. Because it's so small of a paper, and the paper plate is also not soaking the watercolor as well as fast. So I'm gonna take some tissue paper, remove some like so, and raise your hand and I'll help you. If that happened to you, I'll come to your desk and I'll help you. Let's use some of this pretty blue on this one, like that. And I'm gonna put some white highlights. I'm washing my brush really well, then I go into white. See, I didn't make my white dirty. And now I can make those lines with white, just some highlights, and fix it all up. That's pretty. Okay, I'll finish the body of my chicken orange for continuity, so it looks like one body here. That's pretty. I'll even paint the underside orange because I don't want that many texture. I want some resting area for the eye, so not everything has to have textures. You can just paint it one color, but that's up to you. If you want different colors here, you can do that too. And now, ta-da-da-ta-ta, now our chicken is ready. You can actually go over and add some crayon highlights when it's dry too, or just outlines with pencil, and by pushing really hard, making it stand out a little bit and go over those details. You can do that with black crayons too, so they would pop better. You can finish that if there's time in the class, and you can do that just to make it even more pop. And after that, you're ready to sign. Don't forget to sign. So I'll put mine as Miss Kramer as an example. You're gonna put your name and your class code somewhere on the chicken. I put mine on the chicken wing. And again, if you're younger grade, you would have done this with crayons. And then also some older grades can also pick between watercolors or the marker style. And I hope you like this lesson, and I'll see you in class. Now is your turn.